You're welcome to the Power Circuit. This program is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to always keep you informed about developments in the Nigerian power sector. I am Amara Akukwesi. Let's have a peep into the reports lined up today. Officials brainstorm on excellent business relationships and performance for TCN. Market operator engages stakeholders to promote effective electricity trading. TCN commissions 100 MVA power transformer at Maryland substation. In Kaduna, TCN rallies communities to tackle vandalism of power transmission infrastructure. Stay with us as we bring you today's reports. At the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, excellence is the key word. In every way possible, the company strives towards this. In demonstrating this trait, the TCN has brought together all business relationship managers and key performance indicator champions to review their mandate and aim for higher goals. Let's take you through the proceedings of this workshop.
The TCN business relationship managers and key performance indicator champions set aside 3 days to engage in brainstorming sessions at the workshop in Abuja. The Executive Director, Transmission Service Provider at TCN, Engineer Oluwagbemga Ajiboye, before declaring the workshop open, reiterated the management's commitment to doing what it takes to sustain the promotion of excellent service delivery.
If you look at the power sector since the reform has been coming up, it is more business-oriented. It has even gone beyond that now. It has gone to a company that must make profit to survive. We told your bosses to send people that are ready to work.
Engineer Ajiboye also stated the expectations of the management from the two task teams.
So we have two sets of people here, the business relationship managers and interface coordinator champions. What you are expected to do is to interface with ISO.
Participants went through an interactive session where they got clarifications on various aspects of ensuring efficiency in the electricity transmission business and the maintenance of power equipment. The General Manager, Finance and Accounts, TSP at TCN, Mr. Benedict Obu, who is one of the facilitators at the workshop, emphasized the role of the business relationship managers and KPI champions in ensuring revenue protection.
So this discussion, we are going to take it in this form. So this is the part we shall follow in our discussion. Why we do need to protect the revenue of TCN. Okay? Now, there are certain rules in the market that are impacting on the revenue of TCN. It is those rules that is making us to be thinking of how do we protect the revenue of TCN from those rules.
There was also a session on the need for improved transmission system reliability. The Power Circuit team spoke to some management staff at the sideline of the workshop.
We are here for an awareness training for our younger officers. We are now in the market, full-term market. So to ensure, to make them understand that the reliability of our system is now paramount, and they should understand their schedule of duty, ensuring that we are majorly on a preventive maintenance, not on a forced maintenance.
So we find it necessary to organize this training, sensitization workshop to inform our desk officers at the regional office that whatever they are declaring for this course to take is what we have the capacity to deliver. And if there's any outage, planned outage, we must ensure that the timing allocated is not being spent unnecessarily. So these are some of the key issues that we need our desk officers around the regional offices and works locations to take note of. And I think it's timely, and other training workshops will be conducted to the higher level at the regional office, GMs and AGMs.
We propose this training right from the transmission department for this year. And not only this one, we look at other aspects that will help us to improve in terms of our maintenance culture. Because after this training, we are still having another one on cable jointing, and another one will come on the new maintenance manual that we have already gotten now, which before we don't have such standard manual that will have uniformity in terms of our maintenance.
The quest to improve all indices in the Nigerian electricity market has never been stronger than it is now. This is a result of the strategic actions by the market operator in fostering collaborations among stakeholders to promote effective electricity trading. The power circuit captures a meeting of key stakeholders across the electricity market value chain comprising generation, transmission, and distribution in Abuja.
At the stakeholders collaboration meeting chaired by the market operator Ali Ahmad Bukar, the participants deliberated on critical aspects of the electricity market, including handling of eligible customers.
Over time, we've been having challenges in balancing our books with regards to the eligible customers. And we thought it wise for us to sit down and iron this together. And that is why you are here. And you know, this is very important, especially at this time when we are transiting to bilateral contracts. And we feel that if we do not do this, if we don't iron this out now, it's going to be more complicated going forward.
He highlighted the focus of the meeting, which includes fine-tuning key regulatory aspects for eligible customer electricity supply model.
We just want to look at the figures together. We want to look at the processes together and try to find a solution and solve this problem. As I'm talking to you now, the Commission is waiting just to get feedback from this meeting. And once again, I want to welcome you all to this meeting. We just want to make it as brief as possible. I hope it is going to be. I hope it's not going to be complicated. I hope it's not going to be very difficult. But that is just the initial. To look at the figures, to look at the processes, to look at the methodology, if there are problems, so how do we solve this problem before it becomes complicated? That is just it. Once again, you are most welcome.
The power circuit caught up with some of the participants who shared their thoughts about the meeting.
Transcorp Group is a strong player in the power sector in Nigeria, in the Nigerian electricity supply industry. Whether it's generation, whether it's distribution, we have investments there. The meeting started with payment, but the meeting actually went beyond payment and discussed issues that I consider very germane, very critical, for the transition that is taking place in the electricity market in Nigeria. As regards the payment, and of course the other issues discussed, I would say that is a very good meeting. We actually commended the market operator for convening the meeting because this kind of interaction is needed, as often as possible for stakeholders to come together and work towards advancing the market. We are all interested in achieving a self-sustaining electricity market in Nigeria.
North-South power generates on average It's 10% of Nigeria's power requirements as we speak. It's one of the leading power generation companies, particularly to renewable energy in Nigeria.
Also in a sideline interview, the market operator Ali Ahmad Bukar gave an overview of the meeting with the market participants.
It's just one of the normal duties of the market operator to actually provide the overall administration in the market. So we'll look at a section of the responsibility of the market operator, and that is payment with regards to the eligible customers. So we realize that there are a lot of lapses. So we call them to address those lapses, and we want to know where the lapses are coming from. And that is why we quickly called for this meeting to address those lapses. It's not that we want to address the issue head on, and also to send message to those that did not come, that there is an issue that needs to be deliberated, needs to be looked at, and then need to be solved. But we have good ones that they don't owe a kobo. We have those that owe very little, and we want to know why. But definitely most of them have reasons why that is happening, and we agree today that it's going to be. We'll look at it in case-by-case basis, and then God willing, solve all the problems.
The power circuit continues right after this break.
Did you know that our high-tension transmission cables are built to withstand high temperatures, except artificially induced ones such as fire? Did you know that burning bush or refuse dumped by TCN's transmission tower base or along the transmission line's right-of-way is an offence? Did you know that the fire can cause high-tension transmission lines to snap and fall to the ground, electrocuting living things within the line radius? Did you know that extreme fire can cause the legs of transmission towers to buckle, and that buckling of the main frame of a tower will lead to its collapse and may even pull down other towers along that transmission line's route, causing untold damage to the line? Now that you know, TCN is calling all citizens of Nigeria to please desist from destroying our collective national investment. Be careful. Do not set fire on trash or burn bush beside transmission towers or under electricity lines nationwide. Help us preserve the transmission grid and save the nation from blackout.
TCN, transmitting bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria TCN has commissioned the 100 MVA power transformer at the 132-33 kV Maryland transmission substation under the Lagos region, translating to improved bulk power wheeling capacity for the substation. Here's the highlights of this milestone.
The new milestone that adds 100 MVA capacity to the Maryland transmission substation in the heart of Lagos is quite a significant one. The General Manager Transmission at the TCN Lagos region, Engineer Mujid Akintola, explained this.
This is Maryland 132-33 kV substation, owned by TCN Transmission Company of Nigeria. This station we have two 132 kV lines from Ikorodu and two from Lokoji that bring supply to this station. And we have 3 number transformers, 2 30 MVA and 160 MVA.
This project is part of the ongoing collaboration of TCN with the FGM Power Company Limited to improve bulk power transmission in Nigeria under the Presidential Power Initiative.
Today we are commissioning the 100 MVA because upgrading is going on in this station. The FG Power Company Siemens brought in 100 MVA 132-33 kV power transformer. So we removed the 30 MVA. So the present capacity of this station now will now be 190 MVA. FGM Power Company, Siemens, is one that brought in the transformer, which is part of the federal government's initiative of improving power supply throughout Nigeria. This is one of the transformer Lagos is benefiting from.
The commissioned 100 MVA power transformer has increased the capacity of the substation from 90 MVA to 190 MVA, bringing the capacity of the substation to 152 megawatts.
The old capacity is just 120. We have 230 and 160. So we remove the 30, now bring in 100. The new capacity 190.
This means there is more bulk power available for the Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company to offtake to its customers in Maryland, Ikeja GRA, and many other towns within the substation's area of bulk power coverage.
Ikeja Electricity Company is the one to offtake the supply from this station. From this station, we give supply to Maryland itself, Ikeja GRA, Ojota, K2, up to Mile 12, and some parts of Ikeja. Some of the hotels are around like Marriott and so on.
Engineer Richard Olaleye is the Regional Operations Manager at the TCN Lagos region, and he has this to say about the transmission capacity at the Maryland transmission substation.
It's going to boost the demand, the willing power to Ikeja Electricity Company. It's going to boost their demand. One, there is a flexibility. We have two sources, two main sources. Even I will say three. This station, Maryland TS, can be fed from Emiasis, can be fed from Ikeja West Axis, it can be fed from Akonga. We have 4 lines coming. The station is interconnected with 3 areas.
To the customers of Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company, TCN says there is good news. The distribution company is now expected to increase its offtake from the substation to improve electricity supply to your homes and offices.
In a heightened move to stem the spate of power transmission assets vandalism and their encroachment, the Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) is continuously engaging stakeholders in patriotic efforts to curb this menace nationwide. This crucial engagement is taking place nationwide. The most recent session was for the residents of Jaji town in Igabi, local government area of Kaduna State.
The incessant vandalism and encroachment of power transmission lines right-of-way has become worrisome, prompting TCN to increase its stakeholders' engagement activities. The General Manager, Transmission at the TCN Kaduna region, Engineer Ganiyu Aliyu, who was represented by the Assistant General Manager, Technical Services, Engineer Abubakar Usman, highlighted the dangers of building under high-tension installations, among other issues.
I want to welcome you all to this all-important gathering, which is aimed at sensitizing you on our installations around you. In recent times, we have had cases of vandalization from some of the community around this community, vandalizing our equipment within this community and even beyond. So we want to sensitize you on the dangers of this act. Because if you vandalize these towers carrying high voltage, if eventually one of the tower falls within the community, it's going to be very, very dangerous. So many people will die, so many things will go bad. So we want you to please, my colleagues will do this installation, whatever we impart into you, you go back home and also sensitize the public.
Meimuna Isa of the Public Affairs Department spoke to the community members in Hausa language while making a presentation about the damages that have been done by the recent acts of vandalism and the encroachment of the right-of-way of power transmission lines. Also speaking at the town hall meeting, the Principal Manager, Health, Safety and Environment, TCN Kaduna Region, Ahmad Rufai Sani, explained the distance needed to be safe from power transmission lines.
I want you to perimeter is 15 meters from center to this side, 15 meters from here to here, making 30 meters. Please, we are urging you people, you go back home, you help us sensitize to them. Anybody they see under the line touching transmission tower, please help us and arrest it and inform from us. We'll give our numbers out because that's by the end of the exercise.
The district head, Sarkin Jaji Alhaji Adamu Saleh, said traditional leaders will continue to sensitize members of the communities on the dangers of building under high-tension installations. He also promised to provide support to security agencies whenever it is needed in their surveillance duty. The Commandant of the Armed Forces Command and Staff College Jaji, Air Vice Marshal Hassan Idris Alhaji, represented by the Director of Logistics, Commodore Dixon Chibata, pledged the command's support towards helping TCN fight the menace.
I used the opportunity to advise our youth to desist because these youth cannot say we don't know them, that our children and family members living with us within the community, and we have been informed through the Transmission Company of Nigerian staff that these children should desist from vandalizing the electricity facilities. Security agencies are alert. Anybody caught vandalizing or stealing or encroaching the land owned by government or this power shall be arrested and dealt accordingly. So we are advising them to desist from it henceforth.
Meanwhile, the police are fully provided support to stem these acts of sabotage, including the arrest of 2 suspects, noted the head of the Jaji Police Command, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Kefas Liberty.
Those who are youths, those who think that they own a place should be aware that nobody owns a place. Everything is belong to government. We are all for government. So that is the comment I can make. You people are welcome and I'm happy for the program.
At the end of the Jaji community sensitization, the Assistant General Manager, Technical Services, Engineer Abubakar Usman, noted the significant impact it was bound to have on the residents.
So they have been adequately sensitized and the program went well. They asked so many questions, they understood us, and they promised to cooperate. Both the securities, the traditional rulers, and also the villagers appreciated this sensitization and promised to cooperate and help watch our towers and all our installations across their community.
Let's take a recap of the reports. Officials brainstorm on excellent business relationships and performance for TCN. Market operator engages stakeholders to promote effective electricity trading. TCN commissions 100 MVA power transformer at Maryland substation. In Kaduna, TCN palliates communities to tackle vandalism of power transmission infrastructure. Please keep up the good job in protecting power transmission lines, towers and substations in your locality. TCN has heightened collaborations with security operatives and gains are being recorded in nabbing those perpetrating these acts of vandalism. I am Amara Agogoyesi. Hope to see you again.